Hey guys, SpinoDude here and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jurassic World Mattel Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue. So let's get this one out of its packaging. Alrighty guys, so here is the Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue from Mattel out of her packaging. It was a fairly easy box to open up, and whoops, there's a little piece of cardboard here that got stuck. Let me throw that away quickly. And yes, why don't we jump in and just have a quick overview of the actual packaging itself, and then we'll jump in and take a look at Blue. Alright, so the packaging is lovely as always. I adore the design that they went for the packaging. They are going with the shipping crate sort of theme because they're moving the dinosaurs off of Isla Nublar, which I think is really cool. So you have like the iron bars of the shipping crate and you have Mount Sibo exploding in the background with this bright red color. And I love the jungle, the trees from the jungle in the background. That looks so nice. Anyway, you can see it says Jurassic World. Here's Owen and Blue on the front of the package there. It says Velociraptor Blue Battle Damage. There's just Jurassic World logos on all the various sides of the packaging. Not too much to see there. And then on the actual back of the packaging, it says Jurassic World, and it has a diagram showing Blue, and it says Activate Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue. This is a Walmart exclusive, by the way. I didn't mention that yet. And it says get the Jurassic Facts app, which is basically you can get a code on the bottom of the animal's foot. You scan it into the app, and it comes to life on your phone or mobile device. And on the bottom of the packaging, you can see it shows the other 4 battle damage dinosaurs which are available in the first wave of battle damage figures from Mattel. We have Stiggy, the Stygimoloch, the Herrerasaurus, the Triceratops, and the Pachycephalosaurus. I'm actually tempted to pick up the Pachycephalosaurus, but I definitely want to get Stiggy, the Stygimoloch, so I'm keeping my eyes open for him or her when I go to Walmart next. Alrighty guys, so there is the packaging for Jurassic World Velociraptor Blue, a battle damage version of course. So why don't we take a look at the figure itself now. Alrighty guys, here is Battle Damage Blue from Mattel, and I actually got this one over the Attack Pack version of Blue because I thought the paint job and the detail and the articulation was just so much better for only $2 more. This retails for around $9.80, and it is a Walmart exclusive, like I said, in the United States. And the Attack Pack version of Blue with limited articulation and an okay paint job. It was definitely not as good as this one, but that one retails for about $7.80 when I saw it at Walmart. Alrighty, so why don't we go over the actual gimmick for this toy and for this whole range of battle damage toys, and that of course is the battle damage feature. Now you can see if I tap my finger on the side, whoops, I missed there. If we tap, and it's not working. Why would it be working when I'm recording a review? Of course. Anyway, if I tap it really fast, you can see that it reveals the battle damage. Now, most people think this is like Hasbro's battle damage, where there's a door sliding down, but it's actually not. It's completely unique. And with the battle damage reset, I'll actually show it to you. It's a spring-loaded cylinder in the center of the animal's body. So you can see that the actual innards are moving into place and revealing them. It's not a door, it's like a cylinder, like a whole complete piece that's attached together, and it's just spring-loaded and reveals Blue's insides there, as you can see. I think function-wise, it works better than Hasbro's, but appearance-wise, I actually like Hasbro's better. They had a better way of concealing the actual battle damage. This is just a big chunk. You can see the lines and gaps around the actual area where the wound is going to be exposed. And my least favorite part is this big like trigger button on the top of the skin there. But from the other side, there's nothing there. So once I get a shelf for these new figures, I'm going to display Blue from this side, because I'm just not a fan of the look over here. But for kids, battle damage feature is great. You can bring in your other figures, have them battle. Whichever one activates the battle damage first is the victor. And of course, that is the main gimmick of Battle Damage Blue here, but we also have the articulation, and my goodness, For a $9 figure, the articulation here is phenomenal. So first of all, you can move the legs forward and backward. The legs on this particular blue figure are kind of limited with their movement, but I'm okay with that because you can still get some really nice poses out of them. For example, you can bring her all the way back like this. She can stand up like that. She can stand at sort of a mid-range and balances really well as well. And I don't think you can move the legs forward, but you have those two poses. You can also bring one leg back if you can pose her some way. Yeah, look at that. That's sort of like a walking pose. That looks great like that. And let's see, what else can we do? If we bring this forward and this forward, you can sort of make her look like she's pouncing or something. You open the jaw. That looks great like that. And of course with the arms are articulated. You can move them forward and back like so, but they have an extra joint that is not present on the actual Pack Attack version of Blue and the other Pack Attack figures, where you can move them outwards, similar to the shoulders on the Indoraptor figure, which we have reviewed on the channel. So you can move those up like that, which I think is great. You can get some really nice poses out of that. And I forgot to mention that the legs actually move in and out slightly as well, just like that. So that's great. You can get a little bit more posability out of that. I'm really surprised they fit that into this particular smaller figurine here. And then my favorite part of this figure, my absolute favorite part of the articulation on this figure, is what you can do with the head. And you saw me move it there briefly. You cannot do this with the Attack Pack variant of Blue. So it moves up and down like this, which I was like, okay, that's what I expected it to do, because you can kind of see the hinge there on the neck. Move it up and down like so. If you move it too far down, it looks a little goofy. Same if you move it too far up. But in the mid-range, you have some motion around here where it looks nice. Then of course the jaw is articulated. The jaw is very smooth and it works really well. It feels better. Surprisingly, this feels more stable, and it just feels more smooth and more stable. Like I'm repeating myself now, but it just feels more smooth and stable than some of the Papo figures I own even, which is quite surprising. But in hand, I can't really show this and have you guys hold this and feel it for yourself through the review, but you have to take my word for it. This feels very stable and it's very smooth. And then, as if all this articulation wasn't good enough, we can move the head up and down, open and close the jaw. You can also spin the head. Look at that, you can spin the head around while you're moving it up and down and such. It gets a little stiff in some areas, especially when you move the neck all the way back. But look at that, that is so good. There's so much expressiveness you can do, and this actually right here is one of, if not my favorite pose you can get this figure into. Like that, looking over the shoulder. Look at that, that looks good, right? That looks really good, I love that. But yeah, there's just so much you can do posability wise with this figure, and I really love you can get it into a pouncing pose as well, which is something you just could not do with the Attack Pack variant, which is why I got this one over the other one. But just look at that. Imagine having a human figure down here. That looks great. And there we go, I decided to bring in Funko Pop Ian Malcolm quickly so you could just take a look at that. I think that pose looks so good. If you have a human figure down here, I don't have any of the human figures from the range yet. I'm hoping to get some in the future. I haven't seen them in the stores yet, but this looks so good. I love that. Alright guys, so we've gone over the actual action features of this Velociraptor Blue, the Battle Damage Edition. So why don't we go over the actual sculpt and the detail and the paint job and everything. Alright, so detail-wise, it is fantastic. All these wrinkles and folds in the skin, and I actually like the speckled plastic that they've molded this figure in. It gives it a more naturalistic feel in certain areas. Here you can see the front limbs. Of course, the hands are pronated, but this is Jurassic Park, so I'm completely fine with that. The animals are supposed to be man-made abominations, not natural creatures, so I'm okay with that. The legs have really nice toned musculature, and would you look at that, she actually has a toe claw. Now that is something I never thought I'd see on a Velociraptor toy from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. Hint, hint, wink, wink to a certain company there. And of course the toe claw is a little bit short there, but it's there. You can tell it's a toe claw, and you can tell this is a Velociraptor foot by looking at it. And the claws are painted on the feet. They're not painted on the hands, which is okay for the price and everything, but the claws are painted in a glossy dark gray color on the feet. And the feet are kind of large. They are oversized in comparison to how big her feet are in the actual film. But this is for stability, and I'm fine with that. They don't look horrible. I think they look all right. The tail is nicely done, has a nice length to it. Maybe it could have been a tad bit longer, perhaps, but I'm okay with it. Looks good. There is sort of a seam here where it connects to the body, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm not too fussed with it. And then, of course, here is the head. And this is a spitting image of a Jurassic Park Velociraptor. It looks so good. You can see her eye is done in a yellow color there. The nostrils are carved out on the front of the snout. And if we open the jaw, you can see the teeth are done in a cream color, and the interior of the mouth is painted in a glossy pink color. Now, one thing you guys may have noticed throughout the review earlier is that there is a difference in the paint on both sides of the head. Now, I was actually going to say this is a negative thing because I thought it was a paint mistake, and I checked the other Velociraptors in the store for the battle damage blue, and they were all the same. They were exactly the same. And I was like, oh my gosh, how could they have messed it up? How could they have let this go? This is so bad. And I'm like, this side of the head looks so good. I mean, look at the blue markings around the eye there. That looks so good. Then you flip over here and you're like, it looks all right. It still looks like blue, but it would look so much better with the marking around the eye. The reason for the difference in the striping here is actually because Mattel knows more about Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and is dedicated to the designs of the dinosaurs more than most of us are, actually. Me and so many other people thought this was a paint mistake, like I said, but it turns out the stripes on Blue's face are not actually symmetrical side to side. If you look closely in the film, the blue stripe does not continue around her left eye. It stops right before it. And on this side of her head, it continues around her eye, just like this. On the packaging for her here, you can even see the blue continuing around her eye. And then if you, of course, flipped over this render of blue, then you'd see that it stopped right before the eye. That just kind of blew my mind that they put so much thought and love into this figurine of Blue here. They could have easily just mirrored this blue stripe from this side of the body and put it on this side, but nope. They went the extra mile and made sure this figure was movie accurate. So hats off to you, Mattel. You're continuing to blow my mind with this whole toy range for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And of course, color-wise, this is just like Blue. It looks a lot better than the Attack Pack variant where it was just completely gray with unpainted claws and such, and you just had this one faded blue stripe down the side. This is the reason I got this one over the Attack Pack variant, is because, well, of course the articulation was a lot better, but then the paint job looked so good in comparison to it. I love that they added the white outline around the blue stripe going down the body. I think that is a fantastic addition, and it adds so much to the figure's paint job. And then of course the claws on the feet are painted as well, which is a great addition. So for $2 more, guys, you definitely get your money's worth for this particular version of Blue in comparison to the Attack Pack variant. Alrighty guys, so why don't we do a quick measurement of this figure. So we've got our trusty flexi ruler here, and in terms of the length from the tip of the snout all the way to the tip of the tail, we are looking at about 8 inches, which is about 22 centimeters. Now I'm not going to measure how high the figure is because you can adjust it and make it as high as you'd like. You can bring her up like this. There you go. For comparison, I thought I'd bring out the very recently reviewed Jurassic World Mattel Indoraptor toy. This superposable Indoraptor continues to blow my mind even after I've owned it for a week now. It is just so well done. Make sure you guys go check out that video. I'll put a link down below in the description. And I think these two actually scale up together fairly good. In the trailers, we saw a brief glimpse of how big Blue was next to the Indoraptor, but I think the Indoraptor toy here is just a tad bit too big in comparison to her. It should be smaller. And then I also thought I'd bring out the mini Indoraptor from the Walmart exclusive Battle Damage mini dino pack, as well as the mini Blue. And I think these all look really cool next to each other. I actually want to display them like this on my shelf. Alrighty guys, it's time for my overall rating on this toy, and I think that this brand new Jurassic World Mattel Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue deserves 4 stars out of 5, an epic rating. Now, I was going to give this one a 3-star rating, and that is because of what I thought to be a paint mistake on the head. But it turns out that Mattel is just super dedicated to making these toys completely screen accurate, and that kind of blew my mind that I didn't even notice that with Blue's markings on her face. So I gave them an extra star just for that, because of their dedication to making these some of the best Jurassic Park and Jurassic World toys that we've ever seen. So hats off to you at Mattel, you're doing phenomenal work with these toys. Well, there we go guys, that was today's look at the brand new Jurassic World Mattel Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue. This one really exceeded my expectations. It is so well done, and in my opinion, it is the best figure of Blue that you can currently get from the official toy line. So if you guys want to get this one for yourself, it is a Walmart exclusive in the United States. And all of the Jurassic World toys just became available as of April 16th. So anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also leave a comment telling me what you think of this brand new Velociraptor Blue figure. So thank you so much guys for watching, and as always I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.